Good morning, dear friends. Today we will discuss geological structure of India. So let's move to our topic. The current physiography of India is result of tectonic and crustal movements of the earth. Both constructive as well as destructive effect of this mountain can be seen. Constructive as well as destructive effect of this tectonic movement has been experienced by us, that in place of a mountain we have a valley, in a place of valley we have a mountains, etc. Like we can say one example, that in last video we have discussed that how in 2004 because of a tsunami the Indira Point submerged into Indian Ocean. Okay, so now we can say that we do that Indira Point is not existing now. So many islands of Andaman Nicobar has have submerged into Indian Ocean. So both constructive as well as destructive effect of the tectonic movement has been experienced by us. So let's see which type of tectonic movements took place and which type of changes has been occurred. So let's see. The knowledge about the interior of the earth is very interesting, as we all know. The interior of the earth. Let's see. Here we have a image of the interior of the earth. So the innermost part is known as solid iron core. Then we have a liquid iron core. Then we have a lower mantle, upper mantle. Here we have a asthenosphere. This one is a lithosphere, and this is the crust, continental crust and oceanic crust. So this is the interior of the earth. Now it is said that the crust of the earth float over the semi-liquid rocks of the asthenosphere. Here we have a semi-liquid. This is the semi-liquid rock. So that crust float over this semi-liquid of the asthenosphere, and heat is generated here. Heat is generated due to the radioactive process in the interior of the earth, and it tends to reach the surface of the earth by generating conventional currents. So these upward currents breaks the upper layer. We can say that into large pieces, which are known as lithospheric plates or tectonic plates. There are seven major plates. Here in the map you can see major plates, seven major plate: Eurasian plate, African plate, Pacific Ocean plate, Indo-Australian plate, South American plate, North American plate, African plates. So these are the seven major plates. It is said that at some places these plates are drifting away from each other. They are known as divergent plates. Here it is given divergent plates, the plates which are drifting away from one another. This is called divergent plate. This is the asthenosphere. So magma is there, lava is there, and because of this radioactive process it generate the conventional current. Okay, and they go upward, and the plates, they are drifting away from one another. They are known as divergent plates. Second, we have a convergent plates, in which the plates, they are coming closer to each other. in convergent plates, the plates they are coming closer to each other. They are known as convergent plates. And third, we have a transformed boundary. In transformed boundary, the plates they are going opposite to each other. They are known as a transformed boundaries. So because of these tectonic movements, this type of plates came into existence. So folding and faulting take place because of these divergence and convergence processes. Faulting and folding means, okay, that the mountain they collapse, the crack. Faulting means the fissures or crack has been emerged. So due to these convergent divergent processes, we can say that folding and faulting took place, and due to the movement of these plates over millions of years, shapes of the landforms as well as the location has changed. The process of diversion is responsible for all tectonic and volcanic activities on the earth. Here you can see in the table that because of this plate conversion, diversion and transformed boundaries, which type of changes has been taken place. So because of the convergent plates coming closer to each other, lithosphere is destroyed, and that geological process, that earthquake, volcanoes and mountain formation took place. Convergent plate means drifting away from one another. So drifting away from one another is known as divergent plates. Lithosphere is formed. Earthquake, volcanic eruption or mountain formation took place because of these divergent plates. Third, we have a transformed boundaries. Transforms boundary means the plates they are going opposite to each other. Lithosphere is neither formed nor destroyed. Earthquake took place because of this type of transformed boundaries. So whenever these drifting plates have collided with one another, collide means clash with one another, it has resulted into mountain building process. Whenever this plate drift away, fissures are created within landforms and ocean. The continents situated along these fissures are drifting continuously. Such plates are called convergent plates. So in this table it is discussed very nicely, okay, that the plates when they are coming closer to each other, volcanic eruption, earthquake, mountain formation took place. When the plates they are going away from one another, earthquake, volcanic eruption, mountain building process took place. Divergent transformed boundaries, lithosphere is neither formed nor destroyed, but earthquake type of geological process took place. So this is the geological structure of the earth. Now let's see about the India. In ancient time, we can say that India was a part of a very vast and ancient landmass known as Gondwana land. So in ancient time, the India was the part of Gondwana land. This large landmass consists of present South America, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. Over a period, the Indo-Australian plates started drifting. Indo-Australian plates started drifting. Indo-Australian plate started drifting gradually toward north. It is believed that this plate collide with large European plate. So it's collide with large European plates. Due to this collision between Indo-Australian plate and European plates, the Himalaya mountain range, Himalaya mountain system emerged out of Earth as is sea. So because of this, we can say that Indo-Australian plate and European plate, they collide with one another, and because of this process, the Himalaya mountain ranges emerge out of a Thesi sea. A large valley was formed to the south of the Himalaya system, wherein alluvial sediment were deposited by the river flowing from south and north of it. Thus, the Ganga plains between Himalaya and the southern peninsula was formed. A huge volcanic eruption took place in the northwest of the here we can say that a huge volcanic eruption took place in the northwest of the peninsula plateau, as a result of which the western portion of the plateau northwest northwest the western plateau was disintegrated and was submerged, and this led to the formation of the Arabian Sea. And due to this submergence, Western Ghats become more distinct. Thus, large diversity is seen in Indian continent. Lofty mountain ranges are seen in the north. We can say that many plateaus, summits, and passes are seen within them. Ganga, Yamuna, and Ganga, Yamuna, and Brahmaputra. Rivers flows in the northern plains. Their alluvial deposits have formed these plains, two edges in the form of ghats on two sided of the plateau, and the coastal plain on eastern we have a eastern ghat, on the western we have a western ghats are situated. Thus, India holds a diversified physiography, unique diversified physiography. So, this is the geological structure of our country. Okay, that how in place of landmass, a valley or a mountain has created, emerged because of these tectonic movements, because of the interior, because of we can say that conventional current which generated into the interior of the earth tectonic movements took place, and because of these tectonic movements, okay, the location as well as the landforms has changed. So here with that our lesson is also ended ends. So friends, you are given worksheet. Okay, later on I will give you worksheet, so with the help of these points, and now you have textbooks, so with the help of textbooks and points you can answer those questions. Thank you.